I'm going to spend 1 in order to plot my slick shot, my slick shot lockpicker.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
No, thank you. And then I'm going to spend 3 in order to cast the Oasis Gardener.
Okay, you got another Gardener, and when he ETBs, you gain 2 life points. Okay.
No. All right, and with that, I will end.
Okay. All right. The turn is now mine. I got a little surprise for you, my friend. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to cast the Resilient Roadrunner.
Yay!
It's a 2/2 with haste and protection from coyotes. And yes, there is a cunning coyote in this set.
I couldn't find the coyote, but
there is actually a coyote. He may even be the very first coyote type card in Magic the Gathering. Because I noticed they're not afraid of inventing new card types because of the multiverse theory. All right, now from here, I have to decide how to spend my 2 mana. I actually am not going to spend my 2 mana on the Thunder Lasso. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to spend mana on anything during main phase 1. I'm going to go into combat.
okay.
I'm going to swing at you with everything,
Okay.
including my 2/2 with haste.
All right.
And I did not have enough mana to give it unblockable except by creatures with haste. When I attack with it, that's right. I didn't actually. I'm not going to saddle the Airings. It's too late for that. I'm going to tap. I'm going to tap Duck or Lock with the Thunder Lasso.
Okay.
Lasso the Grizzly Bear. How do you block?
So, I'm going to use Oasis Guardian to block this Outlaw Medic.
Okay. You're going to block the unequipped Outlaw Medic.
Yep.
And everybody else is unblocked. Okay. So
2,
during damage,
6, 9. And
you take
you
9
gain
damage
3.
from the unblocked creatures. I gain 3 life points. And nothing dies.
Right. Yeah, nothing
Right.
dies.
And then I'm going to go to main phase 2. I'm going to pay 2. And I'm going to cast a Frontier Seeker.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the top 5 cards of my deck. And I hope I get Fortune. Fortune was not on top of my deck, but a Plains was.
Okay.
So that's going into my hand, and the rest of these cards are going to the bottom of my library. And then,
Alright,
because
then.
I haven't made a land play this turn, I'm going to play the Plains I just put in my hand.
Okay.
Turn is yours.
All right, then. That is what I wanted, but I'm not entirely sure if it's going to matter from here. All right. I'm going to put down this island.
Damn, you only have creature cards in your graveyard right now.
I do only have creature cards in my graveyard. It's because the only instance that I'm actually running actually come with Spree. So I'm relatively sure that I could use the Spree parts of those with flashback, but I can't actually test that. So
You can actually, yeah, because whether you cast it from your hand or you cast it from the graveyard or from exile, you're still casting it.
all right, I am going to cast my Slick Shot Lockpicker though.
Okay.
And then I need to spend 2 on that, and I don't have enough. Okay. Yeah, with that, I will end.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. You ready? I'm gonna pay 2. I'm gonna attach the Thunder Lasso onto the Resilient Roadrunner.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pay. So now he has +1/+1. Ain't this just the shoe on the other foot? Because now I'm gonna pay 3, and I'm gonna make it so you can't block him except by creatures with haste.
Right.
And I'm gonna attack you with the Resilient Roadrunner by itself.
Okay.
And when he attacks, I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna tap the Slick Shot Lockpicker.
Okay. So, I am going to, I'm gonna spend 6, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh shit!
6,
Because of the Gardener.
in order to cast 3 steps ahead.
Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, Mister. Give me 3 steps towards the door. What do you got?
I'm going to copy my Oasis Gardener, and then I'm going to Divination.
Okay.
Bing.
So you got another Gardener, and you draw 2 and you discard 1.
Yeah. All right. I'll declare no blockers, and I will take 3.
All right. And by a whopping 27 life point advantage, Cloud wins the extra game.
I never got to use this. Yeah.
Got to use what?
All right.
What is it?
Can we go into my next main phase 1?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, no.
No, now it's your turn.
There. All right. Put down an island, and then I'm going to plot for 2. Now my Free Strider Commando.
Okay, and this guy has, when he enters the battlefield, with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So if you plot cast him, he comes in as a 5/5. That's your big play.
Well, here's the thing. Not only does he come in as a 5/5, but very explicitly, if I've got Outcaster Trailblazer out, then I also get to draw a card off of it.
That's true, because he has 4 or more power.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So the other card that I was supposed to try and resolve last game was this Outlaw Stitcher, where, by plotting a bunch of cards in a row, I cast Outlaw Stitcher in order to get like a 6/6 zombie.
When Outlaw Stitcher enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token, then put 2 +1/+1 counters on that token for each spell you cast this turn other than the first.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've also got this copy.
Of effects?
I've also got this copy of Beastbound Outcaster for additional card draw, assuming that I can get my fucking commandos working. But I was unable to actually get the commandos working. To be perfectly honest, this was actually a relatively fun exploration. Specifically, the theming here is honestly really, really good. The other things that I wanted to show off were I've got Phantom Interference, I've got Metamorphic Blast, and this was the literal best fight card that I could actually find in the set, a Betrayal at the Vault, and it is too motherfucking expensive. It very much is.
They probably want you to use this card in conjunction with creatures that have Death Touch, like Tiny Bones, the Pickpocket.
It doesn't matter, because it's 6 fucking mana.
So right, but hear me out for a second. So that's damage getting dealt one way. That's not truly fighting.
Right.
So
I understand
if you have a
that
creature,
if you're using it with the Death Adder or Tiny Bones, it's actually extremely effective at that. But at 6 mana, you kind of need to be in mono green with some ramp in order to get there. And you'll note that I'm not actually running all that much ramp aside from these Oasis Gardeners, and even then,
you don't say.
These Oasis Gardeners aren't actually all that good of mana rocks.
No, I mean, in my experience, mana rocks are best left to non-creature artifacts because creature artifacts have summoning sickness. You want to use the mana rock as soon as you cast it, ideally.
Yeah. I do like the set, honestly. Are you running Firemane?
I'm not, no, and I will give you my reason why. I'm only running 20 land cards in this deck.
Ah, okay.
I was aiming for a very, very low top end when I devised this deck together, which I enjoyed some success, and I suffered a lot of failure.
Okay.
The idea I was looking forward to by putting in cards like Mobile Homestead is where's my boy? Bruise and the Bovine Intervention. It's not a very effective move, but if I decided to start turning my own cards into oxen, because the plural of ox is oxen, then Bruise gives those oxen double strike, which is cool.
Yeah, so
double strike is a deadly keyword.
And trained Armlings early on, make them 2/2s, and then boom.
Precisely. And then, because Bruise is a 4 mana value creature, he is actually the most expensive card in my deck.
Okay.
So the idea is just pound early, flood the field, and try to take control of the game and force my opponent into defeat. Yeah, that's about it. And between the two of these decks, you definitely had the upper hand because you had a more balanced mana curve. You kept drawing Doc Orlok, which good for you, by the way.
Yeah, but despite my more balanced mana curve at 24, I very explicitly was still having problems getting islands.
I noticed. Well, what was the distribution of lands in your deck?
No, my distribution of lands is actually 12-12 as far as I'm... well, it's not 12-12, it's 10-10 because I do have 4 of the Lush Oasis in here.
Gotcha.
I'm not running the Tango lands specifically because
Tango.
I've been under the impression that the Tango lands end up hurting my longer game stuff, and as this deck is primarily mid range, Tango lands end up hurting the win con for that quite a bit.
So your win con is just wicked explosive main phases using your plot abilities. You get lots of cards in your hand. You get a strong field presence so you can hold down the battlefield, and then you have lots of reserve cards, including and hopefully cards with spree that give you lots of options so you can answer a variety of situations.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed
nice.
that I never got to use the dismiss effect for Phantom Interference, mostly because I kept drawing into instead three steps ahead. So, Metamorphic Blast is honestly really fun too.
Target creature becomes a white rabbit with base power and toughness. Oh my, yeah, and I agree, Mr. Gerdat, that there are some adorable qualities to this set, and I'm glad you picked it. That the multiverse is inclusive enough where, yeah, we can go to the Wild Wild West. You can go anywhere.
We're not doing anything
Magic
next.
Doesn't just visit places. Like, it inhabits and also embraces everything that makes these places fun places to be at. There's a lot of lingo that they use for the namings of these cards, and also the flavor text on these cards. Like, you can easily imagine the Southern drawl attached to a lot of the characters that have dialogue in this set. It's amazing, really. I had a lot of fun with this.
Rundo's craving for revenge was replaced by a craving for vegetables.
I find a world where the herds finally listen to me, but now the plants have an attitude looking at you, Bristly Bill, the prickliest cactus in the West.
All right. So, any ideas with what you want to actually be exploring next, Mr. Cloud?
Well, where's the fun in that? Stay tuned at Rocket Rabbit and find out what are Cloud and Gerdat going to do next.
All right, then, everyone. This has been
yet,
us
the
exploring Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Honestly, the set is actually pretty fun to play in Limited. As we mentioned multiple times, the theming specifically is really fucking good. I'm not totally convinced that Saddle is where it really wants to be. Crew was stupidly broken just out the gate, but Saddle I think is a bit too slow, which is weird because it's exactly one turn slower. So.
Right, yeah. Theming is where this expansion shines, truly.
All right, everyone. In the next episode, Cloud's gonna pick out something for us to explore. So, be safe, everybody.
And thank you very much for watching Rocket Rabbit Commentaries.